Sarah is finally asleep. Then her brain hears something. Was that her mother calling from the next room? No, just the refrigerator making that strange noise again. At 2:46, she wakes up feeling too warm. At 3:20, the dog decides this is an excellent time to inspect the hallway. And at 5:45, the alarm announces that the night is officially over. Technically, Sarah spent 7 hours in bed. Biologically, her immune system may be filing a complaint with management, because while Sarah was trying to sleep, an entire night shift inside her body was trying to organize the defenses. And every time she woke up, somebody turned on the office lights. This video is for general education and is not a substitute for personal medical care. Persistent insomnia, severe fatigue, loud snoring, gasping, breathing pauses, or changing symptoms should be discussed with a qualified healthcare professional. Now, let us go back inside Sarah's body. Imagine her immune system as a city that never completely closes. During the day, the city faces the outside world. Hands touch door handles. Food enters the digestive system. Dust enters through the nose. And occasionally, a finger meets the sharp edge of an envelope and loses the argument. Frontline immune cells patrol the tissues, remove debris, and react quickly when something appears wrong. But when Sarah falls asleep, the immune system does not turn off the lights and go home. It changes shifts. Across the sleep-wake cycle, hormones, nerve signals, and immune cell movement follow changing rhythms. During sleep, certain immune cells become more likely to leave the bloodstream and gather in places such as lymph nodes. Think of lymph nodes as secure meeting rooms, where evidence collected from around the body can be examined more carefully. One important messenger is the dendritic cell. If it discovers signs of an infection, it can carry pieces of that evidence to a lymph node and present them to T cells. In our imaginary night office, the dendritic cell arrives carrying a suspicious photograph. The T cell examines it, turns it sideways. Have we seen this character before? If the evidence matches, the adaptive immune system can begin preparing a more targeted response. T cells help coordinate the operation or destroy infected cells. B cells can help produce antibodies, and some cells may preserve information for the future. Sleep does not perform these jobs by itself. It is not the chief executive officer of immunity, but adequate, continuous sleep appears to support parts of this communication, coordination, and learning. Then Sarah wakes up again. The dog has found absolutely nothing in the hallway. But the normal pattern of sleep has been interrupted. One interruption is not a biological disaster. Your immune system is not that dramatic. It will not resign because you watched one extra episode on Thursday night. The body is remarkably adaptable. The bigger problem is repetition. 5 hours tonight, 6 tomorrow, a late deadline, an early alarm, fine, hot flashes, anxiety, a partner who needs medication, or an aging parent who may call at any moment. Sometimes nobody actually wakes you. Part of your attention simply remains on duty, listening for the moment someone might need help. The clock may say you spent 8 hours in bed, but your nervous system was sleeping with one eye open, and time in bed is not always the same as restorative sleep. When sleep is repeatedly shortened or fragmented, the normal pattern of sleep stages can be disrupted. Signals controlling immune cell movement and communication may also occur at less helpful times. It is like asking the night staff to organize an important meeting while someone keeps entering the room and asking, "Sorry, are you using this room?" They are still capable, but the operation becomes less coordinated. Here is where the story becomes strange. Poor sleep can be associated with less effective protection against certain threats and with more inflammatory signaling. How can defense become less coordinated while the alarm becomes louder? Because immunity is not one volume knob labeled strong and weak. It is a control room with hundreds of buttons. One part can become less effective, while another becomes unnecessarily active. The rapid, frontline response may behave differently. Parts of the adaptive response may not learn or respond as effectively. Meanwhile, cellular pathways involved in inflammation may become more active. Imagine a tired security guard seeing a harmless delivery worker enter the building. Normally, the guard checks the identification badge. Tonight, the guard reaches immediately for the alarm. That is only a metaphor, but it captures the larger problem. Poor timing, confusing instructions, incomplete communication, and alarms that may remain active longer than necessary. Inflammation itself is not the villain. It is more like the fire department. When tissue is injured or an infection appears, inflammatory signals help recruit immune cells so the threat can be controlled. You want the fire department when the kitchen is burning. You simply do not want them flooding the entire house every time someone makes toast. After the threat is controlled, regulatory mechanisms help calm the response. You can imagine regulatory T cells entering the room and saying, "Thank you, everyone. The emergency is over. Please stop attacking the furniture." But repeated sleep disruption may make that regulation more difficult. This does not mean one restless week caused an autoimmune disease, and it does not mean poor sleepers are responsible for becoming ill. Sleep is affected by hormones, pain, medications, infections, mental health, work schedules, breathing disorders, and caregiving responsibilities. Cause and effect can form a loop. Poor sleep may disturb immune regulation. Inflammation or pain may then make sleep more difficult. The next night becomes fragmented, and soon, nobody remembers who started the argument. There is another reason the immune night shift matters. Your immune system has a memory. After meeting a threat or receiving information through vaccination, the adaptive immune system tries to preserve what it learned. Memory B cells and memory T cells can help the body respond faster if a familiar threat returns. Research suggests that adequate sleep around the time of infection or vaccination may support parts of this learning. In some studies, restricted or fragmented sleep has been associated with weaker antibody or cellular responses. Sleep does not guarantee that you will never become infected, and one bad night will not delete the company database. But regular, restorative sleep may help create better conditions for immune information to be organized and preserved. There is one more surprising connection. The immune system does not only respond to sleep, it can also influence sleep. When immune cells detect infection, they release chemical messengers known as cytokines. Think of cytokines as the immune system's group chat. Some messages say, "We found a problem." Others say, "Send more cells." And certain signals reach the brain with a different announcement. "Cancel today's plans. We need energy down here." This helps explain why an infection can make your body feel heavy and your eyelids almost impossible to keep open. That exhaustion is not necessarily the immune system failing. It can be part of a coordinated change in priorities. Exploring the world becomes less important. Rest and defense become more important. Sleep affects immunity. Immunity affects sleep. The conversation travels in both directions. So what should Sarah do? First, she does not need to become anxious about being anxious about not sleeping. That meeting already has too many participants. A regular sleep and waking schedule can help reinforce the body's timing. Morning daylight and daytime movement help separate the active shift from the nighttime shift. A dark, quiet, comfortably cool bedroom may reduce avoidable interruptions. Caffeine, alcohol, evening light, medications, and pain affect people differently. So noticing personal patterns may be more useful than following a perfect routine from the internet. But sometimes, the answer is not another sleep hygiene checklist. Sarah already knows that scrolling on her phone at midnight is not ideal. She is not awake because she lacks discipline. She is awake because part of her believes it must remain available to the child who might call, the parent who may need help, the unfinished work, or the person she is afraid to disappoint. Caregiving can be an expression of love, but even loving responsibility has a biological cost when one person remains on duty without enough relief. Asking for help, sharing a nighttime responsibility, or creating a boundary will not cure an illness. But reducing the moments in which the body must remain alert may create better conditions for restorative sleep. Sometimes, the person protecting everyone else needs someone to protect her night shift too. And when persistent sleep problems do not improve, professional evaluation matters. Loud snoring, gasping, breathing pauses, restless legs, chronic insomnia, or overwhelming daytime sleepiness deserve more than another cup of coffee and the promise to sleep better tomorrow. Sleep is not a period in which your body does nothing. It is when the immune system changes, shifts communicating, learning, regulating its alarms, and preparing for tomorrow. The least we can do is stop letting the dog run the night shift. If this helped you picture what happens inside your body while you sleep, subscribe to Inside Immunity and turn on notifications. And tell us in the comments, After a difficult night, what changes first, your energy, your mood, your focus, or the way your body feels? Understanding the signals is the first step toward understanding your body.